Dear children, this is the story of Prophet Salah, peace be upon him, who lived a long time ago amongst the Arab people of Thamud. They lived in a city called Al-Hijr, placed between Al-Hijaz and Tabuk. This is the country now known as Saudi Arabia. The people of Thamud were very clever. They had buildings, farms, water springs, gardens, and so on. They built many magnificent castles and were very, very strong. They were so talented and skillful that they carved houses and buildings in the huge solid mountains. They were extremely wealthy people and had all the luxuries of life. But they forgot to do one very important thing, which was to thank Allah. Instead, they spread mischief and destruction on the land and became conceited and far away from the truth. They worshipped statues and thought they could live with their bounties forever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to remind the people of Thamud of their error, so Salih was chosen from amongst them to be the Prophet of Allah. He was from a noble family, he was kind and very wise, and was a descendant of Prophet Noah alayhi salam. So Prophet Salih called upon his people and said, "O my people, worship Allah, there is no other God for you but He." Some of the people believed him, but those with wealth and power disbelieved. They continued to worship their idols and became his enemy. However, Prophet Salah, peace be upon him, continued to guide his people. He told them he was to be trusted and that they should fear Allah and obey. He also reminded them that they could not live in peace and security without acknowledging Allah the Almighty. They replied, "You have been magicked. You are human like us, but if you are truthful, bring upon us a miracle." They were very worried that many people would believe Prophet Salah, and by asking him to perform a miracle, they thought he would not be able to, and therefore none of the people would follow him. Their request was that a tall female camel with her baby should come forth from a solid rocky mountain. Prophet Salah replied, "Would you truly believe?" They said yes, and they gave him their false promise, thinking this would be impossible. The people of Thamud gathered together to see this miracle, and by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a massive female camel and its baby came forth and appeared from the mountain. Prophet Salah, peace be upon him, and his followers were so thankful and their belief was so strong in Allah. The rest of the people became very angry and still persisted in their disbelief. Listen to what Allah mentions in the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ويا قوم هذه ناقة الله لكم آية فذروها تأكل في أرض الله ولا تمسوها بسوء فيأخذكم عذاب قريب فعقروها فقال تمتعوا في داركم 3 أيام ذلك وعد غير مكذوب فلما جاء أمرنا نجينا صالحا والذين آمنوا معه برحمة منا ومن خزي يومئذ إن ربك هو القوي العزيز وأخذ الذين ظلموا الصيحة فأصبحوا في ديارهم جاثمين كأن لم يغنوا فيها ألا إن ثمود كفروا ربهم ألا بعدا لثمود.
The disbelievers of the Thamud became increasingly worried at the sight of the camel with her baby grazing freely on the land, drinking water from the well and giving the villagers milk. They thought many people would believe in Allah because of this miracle. So they chose 9 of their worst men to plan the evil act of killing the camel. Prophet Salah, peace be upon him, warned them of the punishment if they harmed the camel, but to no avail. These 9 men went to search for the camel until they found it drinking at the well. One of the men took an arrow and hit the camel in its leg, Another man rushed in and with his sword killed the camel. She screamed very loud to warn her baby of the danger. And as the baby camel ran up the mountain, one of these evil men ran after it and killed it too. These men disbelieved in Allah, killed the camel, and called upon Prophet Salah, peace be upon him, saying, "Bring the torture upon us if you are truly a prophet." Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed to Prophet Salah, peace be upon him, that the promise of Allah will commence after 3 days. When Prophet Salah told them this, they did not believe him, and they planned to kill him in the evening. Before any harm reached Prophet Salah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descended rocks from the sky upon this evil group of men, and they were killed. The rest of the disbelievers had 3 days to live, as was promised by Prophet Salah. On Thursday morning, the faces of the people of Thamud were pale, and in the evening they said, "1 day has passed, and there are 2 more to go." On Friday morning, their faces were red, and they panicked even more. At sunset they said, "1 more day to go." Then, on Saturday morning, their faces were dark and they became very worried. When the evening came, they said, "3 days have gone. Where is the torture, O Salah? Where are you, Salah?" The following morning after sunrise, they were awoken by the loudest noise and sounds, which echoed all over the land and killed every one of them in their homes. Those who were Prophet Salah's friend and believed in him had already left the city with Prophet Salah, believing the righteous will always conquer.